Yeah, I thought Ken made a great match of it. I think the 10-4 was pretty flattering. I think I was probably a little nervy in the first session yesterday, but settled quite well. And I think the sort of 3 centuries in a row sort of just established a pretty dominant lead. Really, 7-2. You've probably got to do a fair bit wrong to lose from there. But Ken came out tonight and played really well, and so very pleased to get through. Obviously, he was one of the toughest sort of players you could play, I guess. Yeah.
You mentioned those back-to-back centuries, those 3 at the end of the session. That just came at the right time, really, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I was 4-2 up and could have been 4-2 down, really. So it was nice to find sort of some good rhythm at the right time. And obviously, with disappointments of last year losing first round, it's nice to get through to the second round and just chill out for a few days.
I mean, confidence must be high, particularly after the Masters success.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, I think even after the Masters, my season's been pretty good. I've got to a final, made a couple of quarters. So sort of I've led into this tournament really well, and feel great about my game obviously as well.
And what about David Gilbert? What do you know about him?
I know he likes playing a lot of Call of Duty on the Xbox. That's about it, really. I think one of my mates, Matt Selt, knows him quite well and stuff, and I think he's sort of one of those players where you perhaps I think he admitted today that he hasn't practiced as hard as what he should have done throughout his career, and this year was probably his last go at being professional. And it's good to see him get on a good run and get through. I think he held his nerve really well in the frame that he won there against Martin Gould to win 10-8. So he's quite an attacking player, so it'll be quite a good game. I like playing those sort of players.
Is he potentially dangerous? Obviously, he's a good player. He's here and he's in the second round. But is he dangerous because he's not expected to win, so the pressure's off him? Yeah,
sort of a similar thing maybe with Martin Gould 2 years ago. When Martin went 11-5 up against me, it was like he was playing one of his mates at the club, and so I've got to be ready for that, and be aware that that can happen. So, as long as I prepare as well as I can, then I'll go and play and see what happens.
But I think a lot of people were sort of quite fancy chances this year. Are you sort of aware of that, or does it make any difference to how you go about
I think any of the players who win sort of one of the major tournaments coming in are going to be considered one of the favourites, and I think that with maybe John Higgins, Mark Williams not playing particularly well at this stage would probably would have improved my chances from the bookmakers' point of view. So I don't know. It's nice playing this year without being the defending champion. I think probably didn't handle it as well as what I would have liked. So it's nice to sort of come in sort of slightly under the radar, and a few of the other players sort of creating all the headlines for full tournament.
Having said that, you said at the time you wanted to enjoy being world champion, and you won a tournament while you were world champion. So, I mean, wasn't it almost like a free go last year?
If I were to win it again and then be defending champion, it would be, but it was because of that stupid curse that everyone mentions throughout the whole season, that no first-time winners ever defended it, and I think that was probably it. And I think first-time winners that lose the first round the following year as well was something that I probably didn't shake off my mind as well as I would have liked. And I mean, I came up against a incredible player in Judd as well, so it was just everything was all wrong, the draw and everything. So but this year, completely different. And I'm playing much better. I played much better leading into this tournament than I did last year. I won the World Open at the start of last season, but my form throughout the rest of the season wasn't that great leading into the World Championships. But this year it's like the complete opposite, really.